feels like there's people peering out the windows looking at you.
You just what the doctor ordered. It's time for your medication, Mr. Brown.
There he is, get him! He's making a run for it.
Sometimes mysteries are not meant to be solved. They often leave us with more questions than answers. The building is known locally as South House, and it was originally built as a nurse's home. But throughout the duration of the building's life, its checkered past is the subject of much controversy. It's believed that it once housed shell-shock victims from World War I. It's also thought to have been a place that catered for mentally ill patients that were just too difficult to handle in regular hospitals. But the stories don't stop there. Legend has it that some of the patients were subjected to shock therapy treatments. But this theory is still up for debate. Once the building became derelict and it succumbed to the mercy of nature, it became a hive for gangs of youths, urbexers and paranormal investigators. Satanic rituals have said to have taken place here, and walking around the property, there is definitely evidence of such activity. The sole intention was to explore the property as urbexers, but we also had a few questions for the paranormal, and chillingly, we got an answer from beyond the grave.
Was there any cells there? Was people held in padded cells who were too violent to come onto the wards?
Whoa, fucking hell.
Told you, didn't I?
Wow. This place is really eerie. I mean, if it is right and that this place was a lunatic asylum, which I know it's part of the lunatic asylum, but there's debate whether it was for the nurses. But if it was for the, you know, the mentally ill, this would have saw some horrific treatments. Obviously, ultimately, it's to make you better, but they have like you know, they were in around the sort of 1800s, early 1900s. They would have done like the shock therapy and all that on them. You know, mental torture. at that staircase. Wow. So cool. All the people that have used that handrail over the years, doing the day-to-day routines. It baffles me. It really does, but there's a proper sense of misery here. There really is a sense of misery. And it sort of makes you, you know, makes you think a bit more. Look how dark that corridor is. It's just a broken carcass now of what it used to be. Wow. But you can feel that sort of frustration, and it does. People have said it, a couple of urbexers that have done this building, and it feels like there's people peering out the windows looking at you. It really does have that feel to it, like you're sort of being observed. Bizarre. Yeah, the early treatments that they would have done, and I believe also, sorry, I'll add this in, there was a lot of patients here. The majority of the patients apparently were you know, shell shock victims from the war. Now how true that is I don't know, but that's sort of the bit of history on the place, is that a lot of the people that were treated at this bit in this building were shell shock victims from the war and stuff, so their head would have been completely, well and truly in pieces. But there's definitely that observing, feeling like you're being observed. 1,000,000%. Very sombre, that's the word. Sombre. Like there's a feeling of hopelessness. Sort of like just a bottomless pit of nothing. That's what it feels like. But just bang a light on in that room, because it's really dark in there. Sorry. Have you really? Yeah. What have you got? Stop this first. Yeah, yeah. I'm just going to put this on the... What does it say? Yeah. Yeah? It's not the wind. Go on then, let's have a listen. Let me play this first. Yeah, yeah.
So we ask, was that you just heard?
Is it on there? On there?
This one. I'll play it to you. What's your name? So we've got a daft monkey with the lights at the side of me there.
Yo.
And he's daft, and he's a monkey. Can you come forward? Let me know what you was in for. What was you in this asylum for? Did you do wrong? Did you just not cope with outside society? And they put you in here? People thought it was strange? But come forward and tell me your story. Just whisper it. You don't have to shout it loud. Just whisper into this device in my hand. See if he can pick you up. See if he can pick you up. Can pick you up.
Yeah, that's me.
That's you. That's that monkey walking around.
Yeah, that's me.
Right,
go on, let's listen to that one.
I'm just going to end this now, and I'll put this on the page of the on Paradox Club on the page, just as just show you where we've been today. So thanks for watching. It's weird.
What is it? A man's voice?
Yeah, definitely. Right. So it's quite early on.
Right.
So listen. Can you tell me the room I'm in? This used to be a ward. Could you say ward for me? Was there any cells there? Was people held in padded cells who were too violent to come onto the wards?
Whoa, fucking hell.
I told you, didn't I?
Wow.
Play that back.
Did you?
That was a deep voice, wasn't it?
Yeah, listen.
To come onto the wards.
Oh shit. So what was it for then? Go do that again.
Right, so...
There was people held in padded cells who were too violent to come onto the wards.
Wow. Ooh. That's a deep voice as well, isn't it?
Yeah. I didn't hear that at the time, but I heard it on the you know, when I was rewinding.
It's clear.
I put that speaker in, I didn't hear it at the side of me, if you know what I mean.
Wow. That's just giving me like shivers down my back, that.
When I done it on there, I went, oh, wait, I'll listen to that.
Time for your medication, Mr. Brown.
Do you want a very proper one? There's one sugar in it though.
It's alright.
And guess what I've got with me?
Pasta.
Nope, no bolognese this time.
Jesus, that's strong.
Look at that. I know there's 3 tea bags in it.
Why?
But I like it
I
strong.
like it milky.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Cheese buses again, Donald. You seen that episode? Red Definite. Look at them.
Dockers, wait.
Wrong one.
No.
Mmm.
Half a pound of cheese on there.
Alright,
Do you bring any milk? No.
Oh,
You?
milk in it?
Are you sure? My bastard Inca could write my name in it.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, bang of that.
What's that? Cake?
Mmm. Homemade. Well, I didn't make it.
Don't worry either.
Honestly. Swear to God. Try a bit of that. Will you brew
Why?
banana cake
What's it made out of?
with honey? Try it.
Mmm. Georgia made that.
Mmm. Spot on, isn't it?
Nice that.
Isn't it? You know what I put, like, it's got honey on it, but I put extra honey.
Shacked the baked thing.
Yesterday.
That's great. That.
Nice, isn't it? Cheese butters are alright.
Proper tasty, yeah.
There's enough pigeon. Shall I give it some food?
Well,
I'm going to save some actually for that pigeon down there we found. Fucking hell!
it's all right. And fuck off now. Don't fucking come back. Man from that.
Your wig nearly come off then.
Nearly turned me out, Grey. Stop filming that.
So I've just stumbled across this old doorbell here that's actually survived. Look at that. Oh way. Amazing. Take a little trip up to the top. This is the 3rd floor now. It's a proper maze of a building. Like literally, you can turn one corridor and think you've been down it and you've not. Oh wait, the old winding gate at the top of the elevators, peeking through. Look at this. Wow. This is derelict, isn't it? Wow. Another doorbell survives. Look at the old winding gear there. See it? Once so relevant, and now it couldn't be any less relevant, really, could it? Wow. This one, this explore has actually been a real eye-opener, really. I'm glad that I've done it with my dad. You know, we get out and see places like this before they actually get knocked down. But you get to see it in its derelict state. Obviously, I'd love to have seen it in its glory. Whoa, you shit me up then, you. You just shit me up. I didn't think you was under there. Wow. My ass just went. Check this out. Look at all the grass, the greenery that's grew through here. Wow. I wonder what these rooms were for. You know. It does have that vibe to it though. Definitely has that vibe that you're being watched. Like I feel like there's someone looking at me through them windows there. It's crazy. You look through and you think someone's going to just whiz past.
Whilst exploring, we couldn't seem to shake off the feeling of being watched. As though somebody was watching your every movement. The crumbling graffitied walls felt scarred with human emotion. Almost as if time and feelings had been combined and absorbed into them somehow. The feeling of confusion, misunderstood, and an overwhelming emotion of sadness and sorrow was resonating from within. I was starting to get the feeling that there was more to this place than meets the eye.
Oh, there's a basement here. God, it's massive. It's absolutely massive, innit? Yeah. Can you bang your light on down here, Dad? Oh, it's nothing.
Is it dead?
Yeah. Been the old boiler system.
It's water, that, isn't it?
Yeah, no. Oh, wait. You slip?
Yeah.
Wow. This is the part where the axe-wielding homicidal maniac joins us, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look at that whole floor up there.
Wow. Look at that shot right up there.
Not gonna lie though, Dad. If I hear a voice in here, I'm fucking bailing, I'm telling you.
All a bit pigeons.
I know, but I think there's been a few people do some satanic stuff in here.
I think so.
Oh yeah, there you go, look.
Oh yeah.
I got told someone did something, like there'd been some satanic shit go on.
Well, whoever raises it, it follows them, so it won't be following us, we're not raising.
Wow, it's just a carcass, isn't it?
Kind of duds there.
That's the last explorer that shit himself, isn't it?
Pulled them up and legged it out, dropped them off and run. It is virtually a shell, isn't it?
Yeah, it's battered. All ceilings burnt out and crumbled away. These must have been more bathrooms. So, yeah, for the nurses.
I don't know, you know, I think it's for patients.
Could have been. God, look how old that rail is there.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Look a bit of brass, I don't know.
Stood outside here with a brilliant morning.
With each passing of each room, I could almost feel the history of what these rooms once represented. In my mind, this is what was racing through my head at the time.
Ah, right. Your first day as a nurse, is it? Well, this place will either make you or break you. Let me take you on a quick tour. Come on, don't be shy. Now this room is sort of the communal room.
I love you, alright.
You can have your dinner here, and a fag or a cup of tea. Just be careful near that fireplace you can see at the back though. I've burnt my backside on it many times leaning too close to it. Tends to get pretty hot. Come on then, don't dawdle, this way. The next room that you can see is where we keep all the medication. Now we store everything in here, all the first aid and the medical equipment, including the sedatives. And believe me, you might end up using these a lot more than you think. Right, now this room is the security office, and we situated it here right next to the elevator. This is because all the patients are on the upper floor. Well, you couldn't have them on the downstairs, could you? They'd be trying to escape left, right and centre. If you need to go on the above floors, I strongly advise you to take the stairs. Sometimes the patients take the elevator and they try and escape because it's easier to dodge the staff that way. And if you encounter such a situation, don't hesitate to sound that alarm. We do have one patient who's persistently trying to break out.
Stop him, he's escaping!
How's she got out again?
It's the new nurse. She's broke him out, it's her boyfriend.
There he is, get him. He's making a run for it.
What really went on in this building will always remain a mystery. And if walls could talk, I bet they could tell a few tales. But until then, I guess we'll never truly know.